not say, I will repay evil. Wait for the Lord, and he will deliver you. Unequal weights are an abomination to the Lord, and false scales are not good. A man's steps are from the Lord. A wise king knows the wicked, and drives the wheel over them. The spirit of man is the lamp of the Lord, searching all his innermost parts. Steadfast love and faithfulness preserve the king, and by steadfast love his throne is upheld. The glory of young men is their strength, but the splendor of old men is their gray hair. Blows that wound cleanse away evil. Strokes make clean the innermost parts. Chapter 21. The king's heart is a stream of water in the hand of the Lord. He turns it wherever he will. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the heart. To do righteousness and justice is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice. Haughty eyes and a proud heart, the lamp of the wicked, are sin. The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty. The getting of treasures by a lying tongue is a fleeting vapor and a snare of death. The violence of the wicked will sweep them away, because they refuse to do what is just. The way of the guilty is crooked, but the conduct of the pure is upright. It is better to live in a corner of the housetop than in a house shared with a quarrelsome wife. The soul of the wicked desires evil. His neighbor finds no mercy in his eyes. When a scoffer is punished, the simple becomes wise. When a wise man is instructed, he gains knowledge. The righteous one observes the house of the wicked. He throws the wicked down to ruin. Whoever closes his ear to the cry of the poor will himself call out and not be answered. A gift in secret averts anger, and a concealed bribe strong wrath. When justice is done, it is a joy to the righteous, but terror to evildoers. One who wanders from the way of good sense will rest in the assembly of the dead. Whoever loves pleasure will be a poor man. He who loves wine and oil will not be rich. The wicked is a ransom for the righteous, and the traitor for the upright. It is better to live in a desert land than with a quarrelsome and fretful woman. Precious treasure and oil are in a wise man's dwelling, but a foolish man devours it. Whoever pursues righteousness and kindness will find life, righteousness, and honor. A wise man scales the city of the mighty and brings down the stronghold in which they trust. Whoever keeps his mouth and his tongue keeps himself out of trouble. Scoffer is the name of the arrogant, haughty man who acts with arrogant pride. The desire of the sluggard kills him, for his hands refuse to labor. All day long he craves and craves, but the righteous gives and does not hold back. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination. How much more when he brings it with evil intent? A false witness will perish, but the word of a man who hears will endure. A wicked man puts on a bold face, but the upright gives thought to his ways. No wisdom, no understanding, no counsel can avail against the Lord. The horse is made ready for the day of battle, but the victory belongs to the Lord. Chapter 22.
Back down to the front.
A good name is to be chosen rather than great riches, and favor is better than silver or gold.
Back down to the front.
The rich and the poor meet together. The Lord is the maker of them all.
Back down to the front.
The prudent sees danger and hides himself, but the simple go on and suffer for it.
Back down to the front. Head up.
The reward for humility and fear of the Lord is riches and honor and life.
That's two.
Thorns and snares are in the way of the crooked. Whoever guards his soul will keep far from them. train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it. The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is the slave of the lender.
Reach behind, grab
Whoever
right
sows
elbow,
injustice
left
will
hand,
reap calamity,
shoulder, and also
and the rod of his fury will fail.
bring it out.
Whoever has a bountiful eye will be blessed, for he shares his bread with the
Open
poor.
up that shoulder.
Drive out a scoffer, and strife will go out, and quarreling and abuse will cease.
Open up that shoulder.
He who loves purity of heart, and whose speech is gracious, will have the king as his friend.
Deep breath up. Here we go.
The eyes of the Lord keep watch over knowledge, but he overthrows the words of the traitor.
Turn that right foot out.
The
Down.
sluggard says, "There is a lion outside, I shall be killed in the
Left
streets."
hand, eyes on that thumb.
The mouth of forbidden women is a deep pit.
Direction.
He with whom the Lord is angry will fall into it.
Other side.
Folly
Turn
is
that
bound
foot
up in the
out.
heart of a child,
Reach up
but the
top.
rod of discipline drives it far from him.
Reach over with the right hand. Keeping that
Whoever
over the
oppresses the poor to increase his own wealth, or gives to the rich, will only come to
Three
poverty.
chest stretches. Here we go. There's one. Pull wide.
Incline your
across the
ear
chest.
and hear the words of the wise, and apply your heart to my knowledge.
How we
For it
doing
will
back
be
there,
pleasant
everybody?
if you keep them within you, if
Here's
all of them
number
are ready on your lips.
And
That
here we
your
go.
trust may be in the
Big,
Lord,
tall
I have made them
stretch.
known to you today,
Wide
even to
across
you.
the chest. And now
Have I not
slow
written for you
swan
30
dive.
sayings of counsel and knowledge, to make you know what is right and true, that you may give a true answer to those who sent you? Do not rob the poor because he is poor, or crush the afflicted at the gate. For the Lord will plead their cause, and rob of life those who rob them.
No rush here, guys.
Make no friendship with a man given to anger, nor go with a wrathful man, lest you learn his ways and entangle yourself in a snare.
Right shin or foot as low as you can
Be
go.
not
Not
one of
from
those who
your head
gives
down to your
pledges,
shoe.
who put up security for
You
debt.
can engage the legs. and
If
keep
you have
it
nothing
tight.
with which to pay,
That's fine.
why should your bed be taken from under you?
Let's go back to center with the
Do
deep
not
breath.
move the ancient landmark that your fathers
Exhale
have
over
set.
to the left side.
Do you see a man skillful in his work? He will stand before
Good back
kings.
there.
He will not stand before
Take a deep
obscure
breath to
men.
center again. And exhale over the right side, bending the right knee.
Chapter
Turn the right
23.
foot out a little bit. Keep the left leg
When you sit
straight.
down to
Make
eat
sure
with a
the knees
ruler,
are over the ankle.
observe carefully what is before you, and put a knife to your throat if you are given to appetite. Do not desire his delicacies, for they are deceptive food.
Deep breath to center.
Do not toil to
Exhale
acquire
over to
wealth.
the other side.
Be
Same
discerning
to the left
enough to
side.
desist.
Knees over the ankle. Like
When
the
your
straight
eyes
foot
light on it,
forward.
it is gone. For suddenly it sprouts wings, flying like an eagle toward heaven.
Exhale over and let's turn.
Do not eat the bread of a man who is stingy. Do not desire his delicacies, for he is like one who is inwardly calculating. Eat and drink, he says to you, but his heart is not with you.
You want to tense you and use that toe from there.
You will vomit up the morsels
You
that you
can't
have
squeeze the
eaten
right leg. That's
and
no
waste your pleasant
When you
words.
feel like that, that's fine.
Do not speak in the hearing of a fool, for he will despise the good sense of your words.
We're going down.
Do not move an ancient landmark or enter the fields of the fatherless, for their Redeemer is strong. He will plead their cause
Remember to
against
do
you.
this 3 times. Last time on the right side.
Apply your heart to instruction and your ear to words of
Take a
knowledge.
deep breath to center.
Do not withhold discipline from a
Exhale over
child.
to the left.
If you strike him with a rod, he will not die.
Same thing
If you
here,
strike
3
him with the
times.
rod, you will save his soul from Sheol. My son, if your heart is wise, my heart too will be glad.
And down.
My inmost being will exult when your lips speak what is right. Let not your heart envy sinners, but continue in the fear of the Lord all the day.
Last one up.
Surely there is a future, and your hope will not be cut off.
Here we go. We're doing waist stretch.
Hear, my son, and be wise, and direct your heart in
Reach
the
up
way.
with the right hand.
Be not among drunkards or among gluttonous eaters of meat, for the drunkard and the glutton will come to poverty, and slumber will clothe them with rags.
Keep breathing.
Listen to your father who gave you life,
Higher spread.
and do not despise your mother when she
Good,
is
let's come
old.
on down.
Buy
Place
truth,
the left hand
and
to
do
the
not
right
sell
hand.
it. Buy wisdom, instruction, and understanding. The father of the righteous will greatly rejoice.
Everybody feel that? You guys
He
feel
who
that?
fathers a wise son will be glad in him.
All right, both hands down.
Let your
the floor.
father and mother be glad.
Hands,
Let her who bore you
knees,
rejoice.
roll up real slow.
My son, give me your heart, and let your eyes observe my ways.
Head's the
For a
last one to come up.
prostitute is a deep pit,
Shins
an
up the
adulteress
chest.
is a narrow well.
That's the
She
stretch.
lies
Let's
in
get
wait
busy
like
with
a
some
robber
push-ups
and
first. You guys
increases
ready to
the
go?
traitors among
Here we
mankind.
go. This is it. Hands
Who
up,
has
6
woe?
inches wider than the shoulders.
Who has
Here's the
sorrow?
pace. Down.
Who has
hold,
strife?
up, hold.
Who has
Down,
complaining?
hold, up.
Who has wounds without
Down.
cause? Who has
Here we go.
redness of eyes?
Good.
those who
Down,
tarry
hold.
long over wine,
That's the
those
pace.
who go to try mixed
Back's
wine.
flat, stomach
Do
is
not look at
strong.
wine when it is red,
Up,
when it
ready for
sparkles in
me,
the cup and
down.
goes down smoothly.
Up.
In the end, it bites like a serpent and stings like an adder.
Really good. Okay, let's go
Your
to
eyes will see strange things, and your heart utter perverse things. You will be like one who lies down in the midst of the sea, like one who lies on the top of a mast.
Bend those knees.
They struck me, you will say, but I was not hurt. They beat me, but I did not feel it. When shall I awake? I must have another drink.
Just like that. Good straight arms. All the way up. Good form.
Chapter 24.
That's good. Let's check out.
Be not envious of evil men, nor desire to be with them. For their hearts devise violence, and their lips talk of trouble. By wisdom a house is built, and by understanding it is established. By
Nice.
knowledge the rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant
That's
riches.
really, really important.
A wise man is full of
I want to
strength,
hear that breathing.
and a man of knowledge enhances his might.
There you go.
For
Good.
by wise guidance you can wage your
We're
war,
almost there. We do some
and in
military
abundance
press
of
next.
counselors there is
We're almost
victory.
finished. Here we go. with military
Wisdom
press.
is too high for a fool. In the gate he does not open his mouth.
Guys all set
Whoever
up?
plans to do evil will be called a
In front of the other
schemer.
again. You gotta bring
The
it right up.
devising of folly is sin,
Hands forward.
and the scoffer is an abomination to mankind.
Nice.
If you faint in the day of adversity, your
Chest
strength
up.
is small.
Eyes are forward.
Rescue
Good.
those
If you
who
have
are
any
being
pressure on
taken
your
away
lower
to
back,
death.
that means the weight's too
Hold
heavy.
back those who
You
are
need to lighten
stumbling
things
to
up.
the slaughter.
Let's go and check these guys out.
If you say, Behold, we did not know this,
Good.
does not he who weighs the
Straight
heart
arms, your eyes
perceive it?
forward.
Does not he who keeps watch over your
Good,
soul
Sean.
know it?
Reach up
And
tall.
will he not
Those arms
repay
nice and
man
straight.
according to
Yeah,
his
yeah.
work?
Get the bands, which makes it really, really tough.
My son, eat
Nice straight
honey,
arms.
for it is good, and the drippings
Bend
of the
those knees a little
honeycomb
bit.
are sweet to your taste.
Really good.
Know
Make sure
that
you're breathing.
wisdom is such to your soul.
Really, really nice.
If you find it, there will be a future, and your hope will not be cut off.
We're almost in a bicep.
Lie not in wait as a wicked man against the dwelling of the righteous. Do no violence to his home. For the righteous falls 7 times and rises again,
Bring them
but
right
the
up.
wicked stumble in times of calamity.
Standard bicep.
Do not rejoice when your enemy falls,
Make sure the arms
and let not your heart be
already
glad when he
straight all the
stumbles,
way down. Here
lest
we
the
go.
Lord
Check on
see
the
it
back.
and be displeased, and turn away his anger
Bend
from
those
him.
knees just a touch. Sean,
Fret
there.
not yourself because of
That chest
evildoers, and be not envious of the wicked, for the evil man has no future. The lamp of the wicked will be put out.
Because it helps your back.
My son, fear the Lord and the king, and do not join with those who do otherwise.
All right.
For disaster will arise suddenly from them, and who knows the ruin that will come from them both.
Oh, just like that.
These also are sayings of the wise.
That's it.
Partiality in judging is
guys
not
set up
good.
some one arm called back
Whoever
scratches.
says to the wicked,
Just working the tricep.
you are in the right, will be cursed by peoples, abhorred by nations.
Left hand's on
But
the hip,
those who
start with
rebuke
right
the
hand.
wicked will have delight, and a good blessing will come upon them.
Raise it up.
Whoever gives an honest answer kisses the lips.
Raise it up. Just like that.
Prepare
See the
your
straight
work
line from here to
outside.
here?
Get
Really
everything ready for yourself in the
You
field,
also want to drop
and
that
after
arm
that,
a little
build
bit
your
below
house.
parallel. Behind your head and straighten out.
Be not a witness against your neighbor without cause, and do not deceive with your lips. Do not say, I will do to him as he has done to me.
From here to here.
I will pay the
Heads
man
up,
back
chest
for
up,
what he's
knees are
done.
bent. Sean, you're looking good.
I passed
Feel
by
like
the
you guys?
field of a sluggard, by the vineyard of a man lacking sense.
Remember, you're
And
doing 8
behold,
15
it was
reps
all
here.
overgrown
We
with
switch sides
thorns.
right away, right over
The
to the left
ground
side.
was covered with nettles,
How we doing?
and its stone wall was broken down.
5 reps to
Then
go.
I saw and
Stretch
considered
them
it.
out, you guys.
I looked and received instruction. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come upon you like a
You
robber,
guys are done.
and
Pop
want
off the
like
other
an
side.
armed
Switch
man.
the feet. Right hand's on the hip. Reach it up tall. Same form.
Chapter 25.
Over the other side.
These
Nice
also
and
are
straight
proverbs
top.
of Solomon, which the men of Hezekiah, king of Judah, copied.
Bend those knees, you guys. It's really
It
important.
is the
Never
glory of
change
God
during
to
any of these
conceal
exercises.
things, but the glory of kings
If you got a
is to
shoulder
search
issue,
things
remember, you
out.
can always do a kickback exercise
As the
like
heavens
this.
for height and the earth for depth, so the heart of kings is unsearchable.
Yeah, you guys are doing that.
Take away the dross from the silver, and the smith has material for a vessel.
You don't need any help.
Take away the
Fantastic.
wicked from the
Nice
presence of the king,
straight.
and his throne will be established in
You
righteousness.
guys are looking real, real good.
Do not put yourself forward in the king's presence, or stand in the place of the great. For it is better to be told, come up here, than to be put lower in the presence of a noble.
Last one.
What your eyes have seen, do not hastily bring into court. For what will you do in the end when your neighbor puts you to
Nothing in
shame?
one corner.
Argue your case with your neighbor himself, and do not reveal another's secret, lest he who hears you bring shame upon you, and your
These are
ill
the
repute have no end.
Step. Left leg.
A word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in a setting of silver.
Back again.
Like a gold ring or an ornament of gold is a wise
Back legs are
reprover
nice
to a
and straight,
listening
you guys.
ear.
Boom. Make sure that knee's over the
Like the
ankle.
cold of snow in the time of
Let's turn.
harvest is a faithful messenger to those who send him.
Back
He
leg straight.
refreshes the soul of
Let's see
his
the form.
masters. Like clouds and wind without rain is a man who boasts of a gift he does not
Let's see
give.
going back.
With patience, a ruler may
Back
be
leg. See how straight
persuaded,
that leg is? It's
and a soft tongue will break a bone.
Good.
If you have found honey,
All right.
eat only enough
And
for
turn.
you,
Last one.
lest you have
Come
your
on.
fill of it and vomit
Take
it.
that back leg for me, Sean. I know you
Let
can
your
do
foot
it.
be seldom in your
Big, strong
neighbor's
guy
house,
like you. Come on.
lest he have his fill of you and hate you.
Perfect.
A
Turn
man
it
who
back.
bears false witness against his neighbor is like a war
Lisa,
club
good.
or a
Posture's
sword
good. Your balance
or a
is good.
sharp arrow.
Nice.
Trusting in a treacherous man in time of trouble is like a bad tooth or a foot that
First
slips.
thing we stretch are the quads because we just used
Whoever
them,
sings
all
songs to a heavy
Grab an
heart
ankle.
is like one who takes off a garment on a
right?
cold
Get that
day,
quad. If you don't feel
and like
that,
vinegar
stand
on
tall.
soda.
Now hold this for a few
If your
beats.
enemy is hungry, give him bread to eat, and if he is thirsty, give him water to drink.
You don't have
For you will
superior
heap
balance.
burning
Three of us,
coals
we'll
on
use
his
a chair
head,
or a wall
and the
to
Lord
support
will
yourself.
reward you.
Okay.
The north wind brings
Nice and
forth
tall,
rain,
that
and a
quad.
backbiting tongue,
Now go
angry
back to the
looks.
right leg. We're going to stretch the calf.
It is better to live in a corner of a
Right leg
housetop
out.
than in a house shared with a quarrelsome wife. Like cold water to a thirsty soul, so is good news from a far country. Like a muddied spring or a polluted fountain is a righteous man who gives way before the
Switch
wicked.
sides. Here we go. Other side.
It is not good to eat much honey, nor is it glorious to seek one's own glory.
All right, let's get the shoulders.
A man without self-control is like a city broken into and left without walls.
All right, guys. Wide feet.
Chapter
Here we go. Build up
26.
the chest. Deep breath.
Like snow in summer or rain in harvest,
One more.
so honor is not fitting for a fool.
Good.
Like a
Stretch.
sparrow in
Hold.
its
You guys ready
flitting,
for the next
like a
round?
swallow in its
Flying
flight.
push-ups.
A curse that is causeless
Okay,
does
looks
not
like
alight.
this. Warrior, 60.
A whip for the
Power,
horse, a
90.
bridle for the donkey,
Same form.
and a rod for the back of fools.
Hold.
Answer not a fool according to his folly, lest you be like him yourself.
Same as the first round.
Answer a fool according to his folly, lest he be wise in his own eyes. Whoever sends a message by the hand of a fool cuts off his own feet and drinks violence.
Down, hold.
Like a lame man's legs, which hang useless, is a proverb in the mouth of fools.
Good form.
Like one who binds the stone in a sling is one who gives honor to a fool. Like a thorn that goes up into the hand of a drunkard is a proverb in the mouth of fools.
Here we go.
Like an archer who wounds everyone is one who hires a passing fool or drunkard. Like a dog that returns to its vomit is a fool who repeats his folly.
Like heavy pants, same
Do
position.
you see a man who is wise in his own eyes? There is more hope for a fool than for him.
Just like that.
The sluggard says, "There is a lion in the road. There is a lion in the streets."
Back is flat.
As a door turns on its hinges, so does a sluggard on his bed.
Good.
The sluggard buries his hand in the dish.
Flat that back.
It wears him out
Reach
to
down.
bring it back to his mouth.
Down there nice and
The sluggard is wiser in his own eyes than 7
What you
men
don't
who
want
can
to do
answer
is make this a
sensibly.
shoulder exercise. All right?
Whoever meddles in a quarrel not his own is like one who takes a passing dog by the
We
ears.
got a few more reps to go.
Like a madman who throws firebrands, arrows, and death is the man who deceives his neighbor and says, "I am only joking."
Good. Next is
For lack of wood, the fire goes out, and where there is no whisperer, quarreling ceases.
Guys ready?
As charcoal to hot embers and wood to
Knees
fire,
are bent still.
so is a
Back straight.
quarrelsome man
Chest
for
is up.
kindling strife.
Place them right here at the top of a curl.
The words of a whisperer are like delicious morsels that go down into the inner
Just
parts
like
of the
that,
body.
that pace.
Like the glaze covering an earthen vessel are fervent lips
Program
with an
1, 2.
evil
Don't
heart.
overdo it with the weights. A lot of pressure
Whoever
here on the
hates
shoulders.
disguises himself with his lips
So
and
adjust your
harbors
weight
deceit
accordingly.
in his
Let's see what
heart.
everybody's doing behind
When he
it.
speaks graciously, believe him not,
Form, nice.
for there are 7 abominations in his heart.
Resistance bands
Though
really
his
work, don't
hatred
they?
be covered with deception, his wickedness will be exposed in the assembly.
Oh, good. You want to come nice and low down the
Whoever
bottom of
digs
the
a
curl.
pit will fall into it.
Okay, if I
The
bring those
stone
elbows
will come back on him who starts it rolling. A lying tongue hates its victims, and a flattering mouth works ruin. Chapter
Right from
27.
here, hit your weights.
Do not
Get them
boast about
adjusted.
tomorrow,
Now we're
for though you do not know what a day may bring.
Knees are bent, chest
Let
is
another
up.
praise you,
Open up
and
those
not your
hands
own
off to the
mouth,
side.
a stranger, and not your own lips. A
Never
stone
lose
is
your
heavy,
posture.
and
Really
sand
important.
is weighty,
Don't bend over.
but a fool's
Straighten the arms
provocation
at the bottom.
is heavier than
All
both.
the way open. And then all the way
Wrath is
closed.
cruel, anger is overwhelming, but who can stand
Good.
before
Nice
jealousy?
straight arm. Perfect.
Better
Straight
is
arm, back
open
straight,
rebuke
head is up.
than hidden love.
Really, really tones up the biceps. It's a great,
Faithful
great
are the
exercise.
wounds of a
Nice
friend.
breathing, you guys.
Profuse are the
Pretty good.
kisses
Remember,
of an
8 to
enemy.
15 reps. Whatever you can do. We're going to do 15.
One who is full
Okay.
loathes
You got
honey,
5 left.
but to one who is hungry,
4 left.
everything
Here
bitter
we
is
go.
sweet.
Finish him up with the Here we go.
Like a bird that strays from its nest is a man who strays from his home.
2 to go. Last
Oil
one.
and perfume make the heart glad, and the sweetness
Now we
of a
got 2
friend
arm kick
comes
rolls.
from his earnest
Open the
counsel.
triceps. I'm going to give you a side profile so you see what it
Do
looks
not
like.
forsake
Bend
your
over.
friend and your father's friend,
Straighten him in the back.
and do not go to your brother's house in the day of your calamity.
Bent over.
Better is a
Big
neighbor
bend in
who
the
is
knees.
near than a
Start at
brother
the
who is
shoulders
far away.
And kick him back and pause it.
Be wise, my son, and make my heart glad, that I may answer him who reproaches me.
Let's see.
The prudent sees danger and hides himself,
Good, good, good.
but the simple go on
Back
and
straight.
suffer for it.
Don't cock the head down too much. Bring it
Take a
all the way
man's
to the
garment
shoulders
when he has
and
put up
bang.
security for a stranger,
There you
and
go.
hold it in
Squeeze
pledge
back
when he
here
puts
at the
up
top.
security for an
Right there. Bang.
adulteress.
Excellent. Make sure to breathe it.
Whoever
Also,
blesses
remember,
his neighbor with a loud
this
voice,
exercise is
rising
tough, so
early in
like
the
your
morning,
weights.
will be counted as
The
cursing.
shoulders and the triceps. We got 4 reps to go. Here we
A
go.
continual dripping on a rainy day and a quarrelsome wife are alike. To restrain her is to restrain the wind, or to grasp oil in one's right hand. Iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another.
Last around 2. We're going to do
Whoever
lunge,
tends a
squat,
fig
combo.
tree will eat its
Right
fruit,
leg first.
and he
Looks like
who
the low
guards
one.
his
We do
master
squats
will be
between.
honored.
We do 3. Here we go.
As in water,
Down.
face reflects
These are the
face, so the heart of man reflects the man.
Down.
Sheol and
All the way
Abaddon
up.
are never
Nice and tall at
satisfied,
the top.
and never
All your weights
satisfied
on
are the
heels.
eyes of man.
Let's go left leg.
The crucible is for silver, and the furnace is for gold, and a man is tested by his praise.
And 3. Here we go.
Crush a fool in a mortar with a pestle along with crushed grain,
No reason to rush.
yet his folly will not depart from him.
Let's check the form. Let's see.
Know well the condition of your flocks, and give attention to your herds,
And turn.
for riches do not last forever.
Right
And
leg
does a
back,
crown
leg straight.
endure
Make
to all
Sean.
generations?
Let's see those squats.
When the grass is gone and the new growth appears, and the vegetation of the mountains is gathered, the lambs will provide your clothing, and the goats the price of a field.
Come on back.
There will be enough goat's milk for your food,
All right, last one.
for the
Last
food
time.
of your
Come on,
household,
bring it
and
on.
maintenance for your
Big
girls.
lunge, put the knee over the ankle, legs got to be straight. Really, really important. 3 squats. 1, 2. You see how this
Chapter
gets nice and
28.
tall every time? Hands up
The
and
wicked
bounce.
flee when no one pursues, but the righteous are bold as a lion.
Excellent. At the end of round
When a
2,
land
we're gonna take a little bit
transgresses,
of
it
towel
has many
break.
rulers,
So grab
but
some
with a
water.
man of understanding
Remember,
and
you guys,
knowledge,
there's no
its
reason to overdo
stability
this.
will long
Starting out,
continue.
this is level 1, 2. So take
A
your
poor
time.
man who oppresses
Check your
the
weights.
poor
Make sure you're not
is
lifting
a
too
beating
hard.
rain
Really
that
good.
leaves no food.
Use that pause button. Keep
Those
breaking.
who forsake the law praise the wicked, but those who keep the law
All right,
strive
guys.
against them.
Here we go.
Evil
We're
men
going to
do
our
not
stretch,
understand justice,
and we're gonna do our
but
quads
those who
first.
seek the Lord
Grab the
understand
right
it
ankle.
completely.
Get that quad.
Better is a poor man who walks in his integrity
Nice and tall.
than a rich man who is crooked in his ways.
On the side.
The one who keeps the law is a son with understanding, but a
Let's get that
companion
right
of
hamstring
gluttons
calf.
shames his father.
Keep
Whoever
down.
multiplies his wealth by interest and profit gathers it for him who is generous to the poor. If one turns away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer is an abomination.
Big chest stretch. Here we go.
Whoever misleads the upright into an evil way will fall into his own
Do
pit,
it again.
but the blameless will have a goodly inheritance.
And wide.
A rich man is wise in his own eyes,
Okay,
but
round
a
3.
poor man
7,
who has
7, 7.
understanding
Right on the
will find
floor.
him out.
7 wide, 7 close.
When the
7
righteous
straight.
triumph,
Same
there is
kind of
great
feet.
glory.
Down.
But when the wicked rise, people hide themselves.
Hold.
Whoever conceals his transgressions will not prosper, but he who confesses
Sean,
and
you get wider
forsakes
than
them
that. Come
will
on.
obtain mercy.
Yeah, I knew you had it. That's nice and wide.
Blessed is the one who fears the Lord
Head
always,
is straight.
but
Stomach
whoever
and back
hardens
nice
his
and
heart
tight.
will
Make sure
fall
to
into
breathe.
calamity.
Good, good, good.
Like a roaring
Switch
lion
over
or
to
a
the close
charging
ones.
bear is a wicked ruler
Let's go.
over a poor
Nice and
people.
tight. Just like that.
A ruler who lacks understanding is a cruel oppressor, but he who hates unjust gain will
See how
prolong
close my
his
hands are?
days.
That's really, really important.
If one is
Elbows
burdened with
gotta
the
be
blood of
really tight.
another,
Don't let those elbows
he will be a
flare.
fugitive
Okay.
until death. Let no one help
See,
him.
Lisa, you gotta get those elbows nice
Whoever walks in integrity will be delivered, but he who is crooked in his ways will suddenly fall. Whoever works his land will have plenty of bread, but he who follows worthless pursuits will have plenty of poverty. A faithful man will abound with blessings, but whoever hastens to be rich will not go unpunished. To show partiality is not good, but for a piece of bread a man will do wrong. A stingy man hastens after wealth and does not know that poverty will come upon him. Whoever rebukes a man will afterward find more favor than he who flatters with his tongue. Whoever robs his father or his mother and says, "That is no transgression," is a companion to a man who destroys. A greedy man stirs up strife, but the one who trusts in the Lord will be enriched. Whoever trusts in his own mind is a fool, but he who walks in wisdom will be delivered. Whoever gives to the poor will not want, but he who hides his eyes will get many a curse.
See this twist
When
movement
the
that
wicked
Lisa has?
rise,
It's really, really
people
important.
hide themselves,
Extending back.
but when they perish,
Nice
the
straight
righteous
line here.
increase.
Knees over her ankle. Here's the reason, I swear to God. Let's see Sean. He's got the
Chapter
resistance
29.
bands. A lot of tension at the top of that motion.
He who is often reproved yet stiffens his neck will suddenly be broken
Two
beyond
more, they're
healing.
going to switch sides.
When the righteous
All right,
increase,
you guys?
the people
That's it.
rejoice.
Let's go other side.
But when the wicked
Remember at
rule, the
home,
people
8
groan.
to 15 reps here too.
He who
Right away,
loves wisdom
left
makes
hand.
his father glad, but a companion of prostitutes squanders his wealth.
The form doesn't change.
By
Exactly
justice
the
a
way it
king
was made.
builds
So,
up the land,
let's see you guys.
but
That's
he who
excellent.
exacts gifts tears it down.
The big twist. You see the twist at the
A
top?
man who flatters his neighbor
Extends a lot
spreads a
more
net
in
for
the
his
chest,
feet.
so that's a lot more.
An evil man is ensnared in his transgression, but a righteous man
Think
sings
about
and
the resistance
rejoices.
bands. You'll notice not as much
A
tension
righteous
at the
man
bottom,
knows the
top.
rights of the poor.
Just as good an
A
exercise.
wicked man does not understand
You
such
guys.
knowledge.
We got 4 more here. I'll jump in there with you.
Scoffers set a city aflame,
Here we go.
but the wise turn away wrath. If a wise man has an argument with a fool, the fool only rages and laughs, and there is no quiet.
Shoulder flies. You might want to let me wait a little bit here.
Bloodthirsty men hate one who is blameless and seek
8
the
to
life of
15
the
reps.
upright.
One foot's in front of the other.
A fool gives full vent to his spirit, but a wise man quietly holds it back.
Follow me.
If a ruler listens to falsehood, all his officials will be wicked.
Bang. Just like that.
The poor man and the oppressor meet together.
Nice and high.
The Lord gives light to the eyes of both.
Great exercise for shaping.
If a king faithfully judges the poor, his throne will be established
Important thing
forever.
is, see how high her elbows are?
The rod and
She's not up
reproof
like this.
give wisdom, but a child left to himself brings shame to
Great for
his
this
mother.
exercise, 'cause you really feel it here, don't you?
When the wicked increase, transgression increases,
Straight back.
but the righteous will look upon their
Breathing.
downfall.
See how wide she is? It's really important. That weight is really
Discipline
nice.
your son,
The light
and
weight.
he will give you rest.
Great,
He will
guys.
give delight to your heart.
3 left.
Where there is no prophetic vision, the people cast off restraint.
Last
But
one.
blessed is he who
Get
keeps
your
the
weights
law.
doing 21s. It's a bicep
By
exercise.
mere words a servant is
7
not
low,
disciplined,
7 high,
for though he
7 all the way.
understands, he will not
He's
respond.
bent, back and straight.
Do you see a man who is hasty in his words?
Only to here.
There is more hope for a fool than for
Only
him.
to here. Straight arms to the bottom.
Whoever pampers his servant from childhood will, in the end, find him his heir.
Right to there.
A man of wrath stirs up
Everything's the same in the
strife,
lower half.
and
Notice,
one given to
knees are
anger
always bent,
causes much
back is always straight,
transgression.
chest is always up.
One's
Eyes are
pride
forward.
will bring him
Good, great
low,
arm blast.
but
Really
he
shape
who is
7
lowly in
low. Now ready
spirit
to go
will
7
obtain
high. Ready to
honor.
go 7 high. Go. Boom.
Partner of a thief hates his own life. He hears the curse, but discloses nothing.
Make sure your knees are bent.
The fear of man
Your
lays
back
a
is
snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord
Man,
is
the
safe.
resistance bands, you really feel this, don't you?
Many seek the face of a ruler, but it is from the Lord that a man gets justice.
Good. Now you do the full Monty.
An
Let's go.
unjust
All the way
man
up.
is an abomination to the righteous,
All the way up.
but one whose way is straight
Good.
is an abomination to the wicked.
Real nice. Chest up. You see how they're not moving around? They're not jerking around? This is really, really important.
Chapter
We can
30.
grab some chairs because in a
The
few
words of
beats, we've got
Agur,
2
son
left.
of Jacob,
Do some
the
dips.
oracle.
Last one.
The man declares,
Put your weights away.
I am
One of
weary,
these.
O God.
We're gonna
I
triceps
am
and back
weary,
of the
O God,
shoulders.
and worn out.
Find a nice,
Surely
strong,
I am
sturdy
too
chair.
stupid to be a man.
Place your hands on
I
each
have
side.
not the
Your
understanding
hips.
of a man.
Straight
I have not
legs.
learned wisdom,
Scoot out so you
nor
can
have I
clear your back.
knowledge of the Holy One.
Nice and deep.
Who has ascended to heaven and come down?
Can't go down this low.
Who has gathered the wind in his fists?
Do this.
Who has wrapped up the waters in a garment? Who has established all the ends of the earth?
There's option 2.
What is his name and what is his son's name? Surely you know.
You see their pace? They're not rushing
Every
it, not
word of
overdoing
God
it.
proves true.
They're going almost
He is a
parallel to the
shield to
line.
those who take refuge in him. Do not add to his words, lest he rebuke you and you be found a liar.
Toes are up.
Two things I ask of
Two
you.
more, you guys.
Deny them not to me before I die.
All right.
Remove far from me falsehood and lying.
Three-part
Give me
squats.
neither poverty nor riches.
Close.
Feed me with the food that is needful for me,
Even wider.
lest I be full and deny you, and say, Who is the Lord?
Each one.
Or lest I be poor and steal, and profane the name of my God.
Bring it up.
Do not slander a servant to his master, lest he curse you, and you be held guilty. There are those who curse their fathers, and do not bless their mothers.
Knees.
There are
over
those
the
who are
toes.
clean in their own eyes, but are not washed of their
Nice
filth.
and tall.
There are those, how lofty are their eyes, how high their eyelids
Sean,
lift.
nice and tall.
There are those whose teeth are swords, whose fangs are knives, to devour the poor from off the earth, the needy from among mankind.
Hands
The
on the
leech
thighs.
has two daughters, give and give. Three things are never satisfied.
8 reps.
Four never say enough.
Chest is up. eyes
Sheol,
forward.
the barren womb,
See you guys.
the land never satisfied with
Ooh,
water,
that's so nice.
and the fire that never
Looks
says
really good.
enough.
Nice straight backs, you guys. Sometimes
The
we
eye
can't
that
have
mocks
to
a
lean
father
forward.
and
That's
scorns
okay.
to obey a mother
Last one.
will be
Just
picked
like
out
this.
by the ravens
Nice
of the
and
valley and eaten by the vultures.
good. Hands are here. We got to
Three
push out.
things are
Last
too
one.
wonderful for me.
Push the knees out.
Four I do not understand.
Push the
The
knees
way
out.
of an eagle in the sky, the way of a serpent on a rock, the way of a ship on the high seas,
Drive that pelvis
and
forward.
the way of a
Turn
man
those
with a
knees out.
virgin.
Heads up. Nice little pause at the bottom.
This is the way of an adulteress. She eats and wipes her mouth and says, I
Just
have
like
done
that.
no
Good
wrong.
forward, guys. Nice and deep.
Under three things the earth trembles. Under four it
Do
cannot
that
bear
around.
up.
Here it comes. Stand
A
tall.
slave when he becomes
Grab
king,
the foot.
and a fool when he is filled with food.
Remember, use the
An
chair.
unloved woman when she gets a husband, and a maidservant when she displaces her mistress. Four things on earth are small, but they are exceedingly wise.
Calf, bend over.
The ants are a people not strong, yet they provide their food in the summer.
Forward, guys.
The rock badgers are a people not mighty, yet they make their homes in the cliffs. The locusts have no king, yet all of them march in rank.
Pull
The
wide
lizard
across
you
the
can take in
chest.
your hands,
One
yet
more.
it is
Here we
in
go.
kings' palaces.
Tall.
Three things are stately in their tread, four are stately in their stride.
Back.
The lion which is mightiest among beasts, and does not turn back before any.
Boom.
The
That's
strutting
it.
rooster,
Nice work. We're going to see you
the
tomorrow for
he-goat,
cardio abs. Nice
and a
work, you
king
guys.
whose
Thank
army
you
is
very
with
much.
him.
Great. See you tomorrow.
If you have been foolish, exalting yourself, or if you have been devising evil, put